in my last video about the Osmo Action 4, I mentioned that I do a video about the accessories that I use the most for vlogging, because a few people had asked in the comments as well. So this video is going to be just about that. And the first thing is this accessory that I'm using at the moment to do this little bit, which is on the windscreen of the car. And this is the adhesive mount, the adhesive, 2 seconds. Hiya, please could I get a creme brulee brown sugar frappuccino? Just medium, please.
Any other drink, please?
No thanks. Yeah, so it's called the Osmo Action Adhesive Base Kit, and it's basically just this round mount that you stick to the windscreen, and you have to leave it on for about 30 minutes before you actually attach anything to it afterwards, but then it's pretty solid, it hasn't come off. Even when it's been really hot, it hasn't come off the windscreen, and so that is the mount that I use. You could also get a suction cup, but that's the one that I use. Thank you. And it works really well. Thanks. The other obvious one is, if you were to get the adventure combo, you then obviously get the battery case, the 3 batteries, and the extended action stick. I can't remember what it's called, but the extended rod. And that one, I don't use that pole as much as I use a different one. The main reason that I would use the extension rod, it's the 1.5 meter extension rod, so the one that goes really long. The only time that I really use it is if I want to do a static shot and I want to put the Action 4 down so I'm not holding it. And with that, then I use these little tripod feet. So I think it's by Billy. It doesn't really matter which one you get, because most of the little feet that you can get are quite sturdy. But the one that I use is by Billy, and I just put the extension rod onto that, and then I can just set it down anywhere, and I can just be standing up or I can be sitting down, and the extension rod is tall enough to do that with. So in terms of the extension rod that I use this one. This is the Osmo Mini extension rod, I think. And it's so compact, and it actually extends quite a way as well. So it's decent enough for vlogging. And I love the fact that it's got the magnetic mount attached, so I don't have to keep taking it off and putting it back on if I want to use it for something else. And it's also got little tripod feet at the bottom too, so if I want to set this down whilst I'm talking, then I can do that. I don't have to worry about having to attach a little mini tripod to the bottom of it. So it's got everything that I need in this little package. And with this and the Action 4, that's pretty much, if I was just going around vlogging, most of the time this is all I take, is just this and the Action 4. And then for the next essential piece of kit, that comes down to filming in busy environments and filming when it's windy, and it's basically just using an external mic. And the one in particular being the DJI Mic 2, like I've got at the moment, because of the whole direct Bluetooth connection. So I don't need to have the receiver connected to the Action 4. I can just have the Action 4, the mic, connect it, and I'm good to go. And the reason that I do use an external mic, and it's something that I've mentioned in videos before, is that even though the mic from the camera is very good, it gives you great audio. If it's windy like it is today, or you're in a quite busy environment, there's quite a few cars going by, that would pick up so much of that background noise, and the voice just wouldn't come through as clear. So with the DJI Mic 2, the voice is a lot cleaner, you can hear it better. Even though you can still hear the background noise, it's still a lot better than just having the mics from the camera. One of the things I will say about the Mic 2 though, is that if you still want to filter out more of that background noise, the noise cancellation on the microphone kind of makes the voice sound a little bit distorted. It's a little bit weird, so I don't tend to use that. And if I do want to add any kind of voice isolation so that I can drown out some of the traffic noises if I'm in a busy area, then I'll just do that in post. I'll do it in Final Cut. You can just add some voice isolation. I add it to maybe like 20%, because I still like to hear that ambience whilst I'm out and about, because I think it adds to it. But yeah, that's just one way of doing it, so you don't have to use the active noise cancellation on the microphone. So If you're in two minds whether or not to get the microphone, I would definitely say if you're going to be out and about vlogging, it is worth it. It is 100% worth it. So before I come back to the mounts where I want to capture POV, I just wanted to come back to the battery case for the Action 4 Adventure Combo, because in this I keep my micro SD cards for the Action 4, and there are two brands in particular that I use. It's SanDisk and Lexar, because they have always been really reliable. I've never had any problems with my footage not recording to it or getting lost or anything like that. And the read and write speeds from the card when I'm uploading the footage to my computer is very fast as well. So I've linked all of this stuff in the description so you can find it. But the thing about the case is that you can actually keep, I don't know if you can see this, but you can keep the SD cards in the battery case of the Action 4 batteries. So yeah, very handy. And in terms of the storage size, I tend to go for 128 gig or 256 gig, but mainly I think most of my cards are 128 gig because you can film a lot before that fills up. And I shoot in 4K 25 FPS, sometimes 4K 60 FPS, but always in 4K. And I can't give you an exact amount of like how much footage that is in terms of durations, like how many minutes, how many hours. But it takes me a while before I fill up a card, and I will go out and film on loads of different days. I took it on holiday and I filmed loads of my family, and then I came back and I did a few more videos of the Action 4 filming with it, and there's still loads of space on it, so it's going to be a long time before you fill it up. But it doesn't even matter because you can just have loads of different cards and just keep swapping them out anyway. But they are the two main brands of cards that I use, and I think most of my cards are Lexar, but SanDisk is also, I find, very reliable as well. In terms of POV, I wanted to try out this hanging neck mount, and I actually made a video about this when I got it because I wanted to try it out and see how it actually worked, because previous to using something like this I would use a backpack strap, though I used a different one. I bought this one recently which works really well. This is the Osmo Action backpack strap, I think, and it's really straightforward. You just open it up and then you put it around the strap of the bag, and then you can attach one of the magnetic mounts to this bit and then just put the Action 4 on there. But what I was doing before, I was using my Peak Design capture clip, and then I was using a base plate and then a tripod adapter, and I was attaching it that way, which is why I wanted to get this, because it was just a lot simpler. And the reason I wanted to get this is because I'm not always going to have my backpack on me whilst I'm filming, and using the bike mount is really annoying because I can't talk when I'm obviously using it, and it's also just a bit it's just a bit grimy having this slobbered mount in your mouth and then setting it down and then picking it up and putting it back in your mouth again. So this has been really good. It stays in place and it doesn't feel heavy. The camera doesn't feel heavy on my neck, and so yeah, I'm really very much a fan of this. And I know you can get different brands as well. I think Telesin have one, but I'm really happy with the DJI one, so that is the one that I use for POV. So there is one more accessory that I do use, and I don't use it all the time, I just use it occasionally, and there are three reasons why I use it, and that's a gimbal. And I did a video about this a little while ago, and I used the Hohem iSteady Pro 4 just because it's splash proof, so if it does start raining then I don't have to worry, because obviously the Action 4 is waterproof, and then having a gimbal that's splash proof, it just means that I can keep on filming. And there are three reasons why I do tend to use a gimbal if I do use one, but I will let you check out that video because I've listed them all out in there, so it makes sense. All the links to everything that I've talked about is in the description, and I hope this helps, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.